I wanna live, not by my will, but yours, yeah, yours.
Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little something new, a new series that I'm going to start adding into my channel. The new series, called Teely Talk Tuesdays, will consist of me discussing super relevant and intriguing conversations. I will choose topics and I'll just be talking about them. Most likely I'll go on Instagram and maybe post some questions, get some feedback, because I love a lot of perspectives and different points of views. I'm super excited about this very first Teely Talk Tuesday because it's about social media in relationships. I think this is a huge conversation that'll never end because relationships aren't going anywhere and neither is social media. So we need to know how to manage it all. I personally thought of 8 different questions very relevant to the topic. I posted them on my Instagram story and I received a lot of feedback. So today I'll be sharing that feedback, getting different points of views, and then giving my little spill. But wait, I almost forgot. I just got my cell phone case personalized by a local Dallas, Texas business called JAXCIS. I will be adding her Instagram and link to her website in my description below. I'll also provide it here on the screen as always. And yes, look how cute. She did an amazing job. She did exactly what I wanted. It's translucent. It's so cute, so fun. You can literally get anything from her customized, but she does specialize in wine glasses and different tumblers and cups and everything like that. So go check her out and tell her Bailey sent you. Question 1. Do you think the person you are in a relationship with needs to be posted on your social media and you on theirs? Some people are straight up saying yes. Some people are saying no, they don't need to be posted. No, some people do, and that's cool. Others don't. It doesn't mean that they're not committed. If you need to be posted to feel secure, there's a problem somewhere else. That's a point. I don't think it's a need, but I'm sure it'd be appreciated by their significant other. I agree. No preference, and it's based on the relationship y'all have. Agreed. No, because I'm more into social media than him, so I post more. I get that. Sometimes relationships have a different dynamic. No, because social media is a fake world and it shouldn't affect something real. Okay. I would rather be happy in real life. Yes, but with pictures, people will still DM you, and if they see no pictures, they will assume and keep trying. You don't have to, but it's okay to, if that makes sense. It makes sense. No, not at all. No, but I fail at relationships. Screaming. No, unless your relationship is based on pleasing the public perception. I don't fully agree that that's true. I don't think just because you post someone, it's you pleasing the public. I think it's what's natural and organic to you and your significant other. So I actually don't agree with that. If you want to, but it's not a must. I believe it depends on you and if you're a person that has an agreement and understanding. Agreed. It's not necessary as long as neither person is posting as if they are single. I feel that. Every once in a while will do. Not all the time, but it also shouldn't be an issue if you don't post them. I agree. Sometimes doesn't necessarily mean we have to be very blunt and post like, hey, this is my boyfriend or girlfriend, but an appearance every now and again is fine. I agree. No, that's not a requirement or a necessity in my opinion. Not to say that people who post their significant other are wrong. It's just not important to me personally, which is fine. I get that. Not necessarily. If your partner requires it, there may be some compromise that needs to happen. I agree. So I'm just say yes, no. Depends on the relationship and the personality of both individuals. Absolutely. No, not necessarily, but every now and then would not hurt. Honestly, being private is best. An opinion that I can respect. It's not a requirement to show me, but at least let the people know that you're with someone. Yes, I post them, but because there's nothing to hide. For me, absolutely. The answer gives a plethora of beautiful reasons. I think he meant like his significant other gives a lot of reasons to post, which I love. So my take on posting your significant other on social media or not is I feel like you should do whatever feels organic to you in your relationship. Y'all haven't talked about it and you kind of don't care to talk about it. It's never presented itself as a problem. If it's organic in the moment and you feel like posting your man or your woman, do it. And vice versa. If they organically in the moment are like, oh, I just want to post about you today, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's been a problem and something that y'all maybe been arguing about, or maybe someone's feeling a type of way inside about, definitely bring that conversation up and talk about it and in an adult, mature, respectful way and just be like, hey, I feel this way about this and I would prefer this. And then they can say, I feel this way about this and I could prefer this. And then y'all can come together and be on the same page and have an agreement. And remember to compromise. Don't feel like, oh, they feel this way and I feel this way, so one of us has to switch on how we feel. No, let's meet in the middle. Say one person really wants to be posted, one person really doesn't want to be posted or doesn't want to post you. Then I say to meet in the middle. Let's pick, you know, a certain amount of times a year that we can post. Let's say on special holidays we'll post each other, so that you're happy you're getting posted and I'm happy I don't have to post you all the time. Say communicate, come to a compromise, come to an agreement. It's something I didn't used to care about or think about, and I had an ex-boyfriend one time. I never posted him, he never posted me. I didn't care, I didn't think about it. It never really crossed my mind. But when we broke up, he like got a girlfriend pretty shortly after we broke up, which is probably a red flag in itself, but no problem. But he got a girlfriend and like immediately was posting her all the time on his story, on his feed, and I was like, like it just made me think and it made me kind of feel some type of way, I'm not gonna lie. So honestly, it kind of reconfigured my brain in a sense. I guess some people would say like it's me was hurt and I'm trying to heal from it, I don't know. But I feel like now I just have a different type of standard, and so I do want to be posted. I feel like I'm very post worthy and I want to post my man or whatever. Like, you know, if I'm feeling like it and I want to post my man, I want to post my man because that's my man. So, and I do want to be posted as well. Again, I don't want to have to blow up your feed. You don't have to post me every 3 minutes, no. But like every once in a while, every couple of weeks or something, like it's super appreciated. Like, yeah, the world may know y'all are dating or whatever, but it's like a way to say, yeah, I'm still dating her and she's still beautiful and I still love her. Like, it's just a super sweet, thoughtful thing for me personally. That's how I feel. But just in general, I say have a conversation about it, come to an agreement, and do what feels organic to your relationship. Okay, question number 2. Should the person you are in a relationship with be able to follow their ex? Yes, in theory, because trust and security. However, it depends heavily on the situation. Agreed. Tough question. Guess it depends on how or why the relationship ended. I feel that. Like if your relationship with your ex ended really nasty, most likely you probably don't follow them or don't care to. But if it ended very mutually or one-sided, that's another story, you know, possibly. We'll see. Yeah, why not? You have to be secure with who you are, and they are ex for a reason. Okay, I feel that. That's on type of relationship that they had, and is it disrespectful? I don't care if they do or don't, as long as there's trust and respect. I agree. I don't believe in digging up the past. As a couple, you are meant to move forward for a reason. I feel that, like, they're your ex for a reason. Yes, as long as they understand boundaries and are respectable. Yes, boundaries. Yes, but it kind of takes a great deal of security and understanding. They can follow each other as long as no BS is going on. Do you, boo-boo, but like, why though? But like, mine does, but like, why though? I feel the but like, why though, to an extent. As a female, like, that's how I'd be like, but why? Why do you want to follow her? I'm cute. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I feel that. No, it's not necessary, but people need to know that you're in a relationship. I agree. Or why not? It's just social media. Cool. It's up to them. I personally don't, but my boyfriend can. That's, to me, a little sticky. It shouldn't matter if they're not an issue. I got bills to pay. I ain't worried about that. I feel you. I don't have a problem with it. Yes, unless their ex gives us a reason to not have anything to do with them anymore. I feel that. Like, if your ex keeps staying on your line, all of that above, that's too much. Follow whoever you want. Engage, hell no, unless there's children involved. I feel that. Not a big deal to me, but let some lines be crossed and it'll get addressed quickly. Absolutely. No, for what? Actually, I don't care. Let them see what you got that is better. Okay, sis. Why should they want to follow them when I don't anymore? For safety, they shouldn't. And I feel this. I actually know this follower who posted that, and he's a married man, and I feel the safety part. Like, just to be safe, like, just be careful about it. Like, why? Don't put yourself in a situation that you know can be risky if you really care about the person that you're with at the time, for sure. Yes, but like, for what? And I feel that. So my short and simple take on following your ex is, I think there's no problem with it, but like some people said, create those boundaries and be respectful. I follow my ex we don't cross lines, we don't be just talking or whatever. Honestly, he's kind of a ghost on Instagram anyway, so you know, there's not a lot of interaction to be had. I mean, if he posts every now and then, I might like it, I might not. It's no big deal to me though. I don't think about it that much. Now, if you're sitting there thinking about it and really putting up a fight, debating with yourself, ooh, they just posted, should I like it? Then I just say don't follow them, because you're creating something more that it has to be. And like I said, don't put yourself in a situation that can risk what you have now. If you and your ex low-key broke up with still feelings lingering, would I say if you got into a new relationship, should you jump into following that person or whatever? I would suggest not. But again, that's on you, what feels organic and what feels honest. And just a side note, I'm not gonna lie, like in a perfect world, would I love it if like my man did not follow any females that he ever had any type of, you know, relationship type interactions with? Absolutely. But you know, I'm logical, I'm realistic, and I think that with trust and respect and boundaries, it's totally fine. Question 3, what are some ways you and your partner can keep social media non-toxic in your relationship? Don't be stupid on it. Agreed. Honestly, you just have to trust each other and try to establish boundaries. Having the understanding of how serious or lightly we both take both social media. I feel that you can only be on your phone at certain times when you're with your significant other. Holding them to a standard of respect when it comes to what they're posting. Agreed. Don't be posting crazy stuff while you're in a relationship, because of course that's going to get toxic. As long as boundaries are set, be open and honest, and if people DM you, tell them. 1000% agree with that. Oh, don't talk about what we're going through publicly. I agree with that. Easy, use social media for what it actually is made for, not thoughting. Okay. Remember that it's just social media, which is a tool, and trust that others see it as the same. I feel that. If it as entertainment, that's what it's for. The liking pictures of naked females is a no. I agree. Like, you know, why follow certain pages that are just completely outrageous? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't follow each other or watch what you post. Be respectful to your partner. I don't agree with the not following each other. Whatever. Communication is key, of course. Do not vent on social media, of course. Don't like or comment under inappropriate pictures. Be respectful of the other person, absolutely. You definitely need to be a couple that is strong in areas of trust, and be very assuring that you want your relationship to potentially grow into marriage before you both get very public, because social media is toxic no matter what. You already have to be strong individuals to conquer the toxicity of social media. So as a couple, you have to be even stronger. I really do feel that. It just takes two strong individuals, two strong-minded and strong-willed individuals to handle that. Communicate what you both use social media for, whether it's business, news, etc. In the very beginning, I agree. Don't post your problems or thirst traps, absolutely. I believe that the only way to keep it non-toxic is to communicate about how to interact via social media. Agreed. Communication, being on the same page. Be honest with one another. Share when the opposite sex is trying to holler, because it happens. So yes, be honest. Have trust in your partner. Be respectful about what you and your significant other post and like. Wifey and I give one another access. If nothing is going on, you have nothing to hide or reason to lie. Straight like that. Getting too involved in a social media relationships or media approval on your relationship. I agree. You just gotta know your partner and trust. I would just mute them on everything and don't take it too serious. Keep everything respectful, and might be the best not to even follow each other. So on ways to keep social media non-toxic in your relationship, first of all, my friend and I, Lauren, shout out to you, Lauren, love you. We were talking on the phone about this, and we were actually saying that if social media is toxic in your relationship, you honestly probably have some deeper underlying issues outside of social media that you need to handle before you even talk about social media, if that makes sense. It probably means that you have some issues that with each other or with your relationship that y'all need to air out first, and then maybe jump on social media and do what you do and discuss that. My take on it is, like people were saying, know your boundaries, be respectful, watch what you're liking and what you're posting, of course, but also what you're liking, because yeah, of course, what you post, most likely it's going to be like respectful to an extent, hopefully, but it also has everything to do with what you're liking, what pages you're following. Because if I'm on my man's page and I see he's following half naked strippers or almost strippers. I'm like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, 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 what's the purpose in that? At this point, you need to go to a porn site and get off social media, you know? At least that's what porn is for. Social media is for you to be like social, network, you know, share ideas, be creative, which I feel like that's really business oriented. But again, social media is kind of businessy to me. So I try to look at it in the most positive realm as possible. And like one person said, social media is kind of, it can be very toxic. It can be as toxic as you make it, even without a relationship. So really just monitor what you're doing on there, who you're liking, who you're following, who you're commenting on, and who you're allowing to get closer to you via social media. And I feel like you'd be good. And again, communicate, be honest, be trustworthy, and set boundaries. Question 4. What is an appropriate response to a flirtatious / inappropriate comment or DM while in a relationship? No response at all. My girl beat hoes up. I have a boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm in a relationship, although that doesn't always work. Definitely doesn't. Telling them that you appreciate the kind gesture, but please be respectful that I'm in a relationship. Ignore and delete, possibly block if they're disrespectful. A lot of people are just like a simple thank you, don't respond, you're happily taken, and to have respect for the relationship, polite but like not too friendly. This one actually really stood out to me, polite but not too friendly, because I feel like it's a very thin line between being polite and being too friendly. If you said thank you, I'm in a relationship, period, and sent that, that's friendly. But if you say thank you, heart, I'm in a relationship, too friendly. You see how like that one emoji just crossed the line? So my opinion, but I think it's a thin line, and I think that's important to not cross. Like the message or politely tell them you're with someone, because if I'm not on the page, they won't know, which I agree. Because at that point, you're choosing to be disrespectful to us. Agrees. I don't agree with the ignoring or anything like that. I mean, to an extent, I don't agree. Sometimes it's just necessary to ignore it. You know, they're just full of crap, or maybe I don't know. Sometimes that's necessary. I agree. But for the most part, I'd rather you nip it in the bud. I'd rather you literally right then and there, let them know, hey, I'm in a relationship, bye. Like, don't talk to me no more. Like, you know, if they don't get that hint, because a lot of times they don't trust me. So if they don't get the hint when you say like, hey, I'm in a relationship, like, peace, thanks, but I'm in a relationship, and keep messaging you, then yes, maybe block them, maybe unfollow them if you were following them before, maybe whatever. Like I'd say unfollow, block, ignore then. But in the beginning, I'd rather you just nip it in the bud. But again, you can be short, sweet, and to the point. You can say thank you, appreciate it, but no thank you. And let me tell y'all, a prayer hands, that emoji will go a long way, baby. Because what are you going to say to Jesus? You're not going to be disrespectful after you done seen Jesus. So I am quick to hit someone with the prayer hands, like real talk. Literally, they comment, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so this and that. I'm like, thank you, prayer hands, like have a blessed one. I'm in a relationship. I don't even say have a blessed one. That's what the prayer hands are for. That's it. And then if you keep responding, maybe just double tap the message, even if it's not even that serious. If they're like, oh, you're so this and that, just double tap that message, like it, keep it moving. I wouldn't just straight up ignore it. I would try to like address it in some type of way personally. But I guess for some, it works better that way if you just ignore it. And again, do what's best for you. Do what's organic to you. Question 5. Do you have to like or comment on all of the content posted by the person that you're in a relationship with? Everyone has a different way of showing love. If you see it, you should like it, but comments aren't necessary. Do you have to? No, but it's welcome for sure. If I see it, yes. Nope, that's being extra. That's being extra if you have to do anything, but you should want to. Agreed. Well, if that's babe, why not? We should be each other's #1 fan. Yes, ma'am. It's all about showing love. Even if they don't like the picture, the support is love. Nah, but if they're doing something and if you appreciate them, then why not? I agree. No, it comes off territorial when it gets to a certain point. I mean, I could see that, but then again, yes, just for support. Nope, because 9 out of 10, I probably help pick out the fit. That's fine, baby, and I'm gonna like it too, because it gotta be cute. No, but I will like and comment on things for their business or craft to show my support and put others on. Absolutely. Only if they like everyone else's too. I feel that one. Like if they're liking everybody's stuff and just avoiding yours, that's a little problematic in itself. I love to see pressure applied behind me at the same time. Apply that pressure, because if you don't, someone else will. Not at all, but enough to show that you're paying attention. Okay. Nope, I don't have to, but I want to. Absolutely, that came from a man right there. I don't think it's just a requirement, and I don't think it should be a requirement, but I do think it organically should be something that y'all do. My opinion. See why you would see the person you're in a relationship post something and look at it and scroll past it. I don't get that. So like I would want you to support me. I do a lot of things via social media, whether it's promotions or my YouTube channels or just fun stuff, whatever. I want you to support me. I hope you'd want to support me. So I'd hope that you'd want to repost my stuff and like my stuff and comment like, oh, you cute. You don't have to go crazy, but I do think there should be some type of level of, I just want to do that stuff. And I do kind of personally think it's a little problematic if you do see your girlfriend or boyfriend's material being posted and you just look at it and scroll past it, but then you probably scroll past it and like the next thing. And I'm like, what? You know? So yeah, I don't think it's a requirement. I definitely think it just should be organically something y'all do when you see it. But again, don't force nothing that feels uncomfortable or doesn't feel natural. And be genuine about it. Don't do it because you feel like, I seen her stuff, I gotta do it. But in that case, like I said, maybe you should date somebody different. Be single. Because y'all show it like the little girls twerking in the mirror, but you're not gonna like mine. Okay. All right, question 6. How would you feel if or when the person that you are in a relationship with is showing or receiving too much love from a particular person? Let me do a little disclaimer. I should have maybe split that up, because obviously if they're showing too much love, that's a problem in itself. But I guess I'm referring to receiving too much love. I'm going to focus on that. If that person is receiving a lot of love from like 1 or 2 specific people, how would you feel? Honestly, feel some type of way about it. Like, sis, he's mine, bye. Absolutely. If it's to the point where I'm thinking about it, I'll bring it up. That hardly ever happens. That was a guy response. Guys are so annoying. Something that would need to be discussed because it's unacceptable. Absolutely. We definitely would need to talk about it. If boundaries were crossed, then it's time to have a conversation and clear up the confusion. I believe that if I feel uncomfortable enough about it, we can address it and resolve it. That was a guy, because of course, at some point, they don't really care. No type of way. Again, you have to be secure in who you are as long as your partner isn't disrespectful to you. Okay, I feel that. If it makes you feel some type of way, I'll just express that. They should respect you enough to where that would never become an issue or a topic. I would ask about it, but again, boundaries. You can't compete where you don't compare. As long as it's respectful and your significant other doesn't let it get out of hand, it's cool. The person is looking for trouble. That's a homewrecker, and they love the drama and messing up relationships. Depends on who the person is, who cares. Talk about how it makes you feel so everyone's on the same page. I'd question it. There's a reason why he or she feels comfortable enough to outwardly express that. I agree. I would feel the need to ask about it in a direct and respectful way. Absolutely. As long as he or she is not responding, I wouldn't trip. Sis, he laying right next to me. And that's on period, low-key. I'm pissed. Get rid of them now. I would be bothered, and I would address it appropriately. Never let it linger. It should be addressed, and your partner should respect you, not entertain it if it's disrespectful. Great answer. I would just ask. I'd be like, what's going on? Why is this particular person really like going out of their way to show you extra? Because, you know, you got to ask. Sometimes there could be a reason. Hopefully it's not, but you got to ask. Again, we cannot control what other people do. So if you're in a relationship and something like that happens, please, I advise, do not go crazy and immediately jump to conclusions. Talk to your partner. You should be trusting your partner enough to have that conversation, and whatever that comes out their mouth, they're telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that that's the case. But y'all hopefully are in a relationship where you have trust, you have those respectful boundaries, and if you just ask first, a lot could be avoided. But if they say like, oh, I have no idea, this is random, and they really tripping, okay, cool. You could still have them follow you or whatever. Maybe if they keep on doing it, let's get to the point of like blocking, like this too much. But if they kind of just do it once and stop, they probably just wanted a little attention and we're gonna ignore it. You know what I'm saying? So again, don't make a small thing a bigger thing. Be mature, have a conversation, Be honest when you have the conversation and just address it accordingly. Question 7. Is it considered hiding if your partner posts footage of their surroundings while with you, but does not include you in the video or picture? Oh, no, but you can tell when it's on some fugazi stuff. I agree. You could tell when it's shady and when it's just kind of genuine. No, I would want to know why I can't be posted on the video though. No, some people just aren't as explicit about sharing. It doesn't mean that they're hiding. Many people prefer not to share their loved ones or family on social media, but keep in mind that I'm answering these questions from a healthy boundaries point of view, which I can respect that 100%. And there are people who just kind of don't share a lot, which is fine. But yeah, if I'm there, I'm in it. In some ways, yes, but treat others as you want to be treated and it'll be smooth sailing. Yes, I'm the main footage. I feel you, sis. It depends on the level of y'all. If y'all are together, then yeah, that's hiding. No and yes, it depends on how deep y'all are into the relationship. See, these were 2 guys that answered that. I feel like the level doesn't matter. If you're going to do it, do it. And if you're not, leave your phone in your pocket. No, people's lives are from their perspective. They want to capture the place. They maybe want to capture the place. I feel that. Y'all have a solid, healthy foundation. None of that should matter. I don't think so. I guess it just depends on the relationship a little bit, because why don't you want people to see me? Be aware without being insecure and tell your partner how you feel about it. I do agree with that. Be aware but not being insecure. I feel like that was definitely me, and y'all will hear about that in a minute. A bit suspicious. Not always. Some people are just private. Sometimes people are out here to finesse. Absolutely. It depends on the relationship. I feel 50-50 about this. This is definitely a discussion. I might feel some type of way if it happens too often. I agree. Low-key shady. If my hair isn't done, no. But if it is, yes, I'll just charge it to the game. I feel that. I say yes, but it depends on the scenario too. I agree. It depends on the scenario. I am the surrounding. I am the scenery. So show me. Yes. Yes. It depends on how they're going about it. Agreed. Honestly, I don't know. It would be questionable, but maybe he just wanted a video. So I was in a relationship and I'm just going to give you 2 examples because it happened kind of often. And so it got to the point where I did start feeling uncomfortable about it. Like one time we were at a restaurant and he literally was like taking pictures of the food, of his drink and of his meal and his plate, and like it was like a bar area set up with the TV. He took a picture of that. So like it looked like if you on his social media, it looked like he was on a single did outing by himself. And I'm like, I'm right here, my plate right next to yours, and you purposely cropped that out, you know? And so like, you know, not a huge deal, but again, stuff like that was happening often. And then one time we were at a function with family and friends, and literally like we're standing together. And let's say we're at one part of the room. We're standing together. He starts recording the room, getting everyone else in it, getting all the scenery. He's recording, scanning the room. I swear, y'all, he stopped that video right here. Right here. And this is me. I was like, this is a little fugazi. Like, why did you just stop this video right before you got to me? Literally, you got everyone else in this room. What's going on? So, again, it's more of like, I wasn't insecure, but I did feel some type of way. And I was just like, why are you doing this? Like, again, I'm a social media person. So I get, oh, if I'm going to this cute restaurant and I just want to get the restaurant on camera, no problem. If you're going on a mountain hike and you get to the top of the mountain and you want to catch that view, no problem. But if I'm, you know, now I'm setting up my plate and I'm acting like I'm here as a food critic by myself, I don't feel too comfortable with that. That's just me. And like the experiences I had, I did address it with that person, and he always was saying these excuses like, oh yeah, it's not like that and it's not that big of a deal and I didn't mean it like that. But I'm just like, but I'm still not on there, so I don't get it. But yeah, I agree. It just depends on the situation, depends on where you're at and how they're acting about it, I guess. And like some people said, it depends on how often it happens. If it's something that's reoccurring, maybe you should have a conversation if it's bothering you. If it's not bothering you, then why bring it up, you know? If it's like just once in a while and maybe they just kind of were just not thinking, I guess, it's no big deal. But definitely something to think about. Be aware about it, but don't be so insecure, like, oh my God, you have to post me every time you see me. Like, no, that's not necessary, and it's not cute, and it's not even fun for your followers. So yeah, but I think, again, do what feels right, be on the same page, and definitely, if you're getting uncomfortable with any type of situation like that, say something, but say something in a respectful manner to where y'all can actually talk about it like adults and not just be bickering or, you know, not resolving anything, not going anywhere with the conversation. Last but not least, question 8. What is an appropriate or mature way to handle a breakup when it comes to social media? For example, should you delete pictures, unfollow each other, or what? It depends on how the breakup went, all of that, but the pictures only hold memories, and that's no help when getting over someone. Discretion, delete pictures, and depending on the breakup, or follow or unfollow each other. I think you should be allowed to do whatever feels right for you. It's okay to move on and start fresh, but also okay to acknowledge the fact that this person had a large impact on you and meant a lot to you at some point. There's no shame either way. I agree. Actually, only delete pictures on Instagram. Since I don't have many, it's super easy. No unfollow. Of course, delete or archive the pictures on social media. Limit communication, but don't block. Delete pics, yes. Why keep it posted if we're not together? Unfollow is a personal decision. I wouldn't care. Delete photos and go your separate ways. I'm not sure on this one. I'm going to keep my pictures up though. Delete the pictures, but unfollowing and blocking is only necessary for about a month. So what, we unfollow and block each other for a month, and then after a month we're friends again? Slowly delete. I feel that. I got a couple of those. Delete. I mean, I only post pictures of me because it's my page to avoid that, but everyone is different. The level of toxicity requires different type of breakups. Everything, erase everything, delete pictures, but I think it's childish to unfollow unless it was a bad breakup. I think it's fine to do those things if it's going to help you heal, just not out of pettiness. I absolutely agree with that. It depends on what each individual needs. Personally, I don't want to see you. I feel that. Can bear still following one another, do that, but in most cases it's not healthy. So unfollow for sure and delete pictures unless it's one or two that you really like, but always remember you cannot heal a wound you keep picking at. Out of sight, out of mind. I feel you, sis. Just keep it casual, delete pics gradually. Answer is according to the person's maturity and core of heart. I personally just archive them, change the caption, and I may pop them back up later. Yes, archive and caption change. I'm screaming. That's a good one. I never thought of that. Depends on the way that you're dealing with things. I delete everything, to be honest. Unfollowing or blocking is childish to me, but you can delete those pictures and flex, sis. Screaming. Do not trash each other on social media. Just unfollow and delete the photos. Okay? I think it depends on the person. Personally, I would delete them so I don't see their face and bring up memories. I've been slowly removing the content with my ex. Our relationship was too deep to delete. I feel you, sis. I feel you. Unfollow and remove photos. Deleting pictures, yes. Unfollowing, yes, only if it helps. Depends on the situation. If it was toxic relationship, by all means, do what you have to do. I agree. And then someone said both of them. Okay, straight up, to deal with a breakup via social media, I feel like the only way that you can avoid being childish or immature about it is if you make sure that whatever you do, you're doing it for you. If you're doing it for you and the benefit of you and for your health and healing, then I don't think it's childish, no matter what anyone else thinks. I think if it's for you, it's not childish. But if you're unfollowing and deleting and blocking and whatever you're doing just to get a reaction from them, or just to be spiteful or get some revenge, or show them that you're this bad person, that you're just like, oh, I don't care, then it's childish, it's immature, because you're not doing it for you, you're doing it for a reaction. And it's not healthy, it's not cute, and it's just not a good way to handle it. Again, if you're coming out of something like really difficult, and maybe it was like some abuse or just some really bad things going on in the relationship, absolutely get away from that person, block them, do what you have to do. But again, make sure anything that you do, no matter how you react, it's genuinely for you, for your healing, and for your personal mental health. Personally, would probably delete, because it's a thing of my past. I don't really need to think about it or want it no more. Maybe I want a fresh start. And for me, I'm the type to definitely go through and be looking at it and just make myself sad. So for me, it's best that I just delete and kind of move on. I'll still follow you unless I see that it's unhealthy for myself. But most likely I'll still follow you. I'll just probably delete you off my page. But I do know a girl from high school. She's literally married now, like a whole husband. And she has her literally every single evolution of her boyfriends from high school on her page. Like if you scroll, you will see her whole life. But some people manage their page in that way. Their pages are kind of like their own personal photo album, their digital photo album for the world to see. So by all means, if that's what you want, if you want to see that little evolution of yourself, go ahead. Do what feels comfortable. Do what's right for you. You make sure it's not childish by making sure it's what's right for you and not for anyone else or to please anyone else. Again, keep yourself in mind, keep yourself first. Your health and your wellness and your healing is what matters, and do what you have to do. To sum up some of the points from this Tea Talk Tuesday, I will say in your relationship in general, but also while dealing with social media, remember to have an open line of communication that involves nothing but trust and honesty. So when you communicate effectively, respectfully, and just with a level head and with honest words. Number 2, create those boundaries, stick to those boundaries, and respect each other's boundaries. Those boundaries mutually, be on the same page, don't cross lines, don't get close, don't tiptoe on that line. Create a boundary and stick to it. And lastly, respect. Be respectful of yourself, of your significant other, of y'all's relationship. Be respectful in how you handle other people, how you address other people, you know, by still abiding to your boundaries in your relationship. Be respectful of who you follow, what you like, what you comment, how you respond to comments, everything like that. If you communicate, create boundaries and stick to them, and are always respectful and honest, y'all should be really good, honestly. Even just in life, y'all should be good. Y'all should have a successful relationship. Remember, social media is just a tool. Use it for what it is. Use it for your advantage and not your disadvantage. And that's how you can conquer social media, period. So I'm so thrilled to have just finished my very first Tea Talk Tuesday. It was super fun. I felt like the topic was so great and relevant. Y'all's feedback was absolutely amazing. I know this video might be long, but y'all were just so great. So like I had to just incorporate as much as I could. Thank you for watching. If you're still here with me, I love you. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank you all, my Instagram followers, for all of your feedback. Remember, in the future, I will probably be posting more questions to lead up to a video. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me now at baileybarelycare. I truly hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave your comments below. Let's keep this conversation going, and subscribe to my channel for future content. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to see you all next time. Wishing you peace, hair, and happiness.
Yeah, yours, yeah. Sometimes I might put myself in my own hands, forgetting that you already got